All right. If you can hear me, go ahead and put comments. Yes, you can hear me in the comments below. And listen, today we're going to be talking about how to drive more qualified leads to your website and then how to convert more of those leads on your website. And if you want help with that, if you're serious about that, then there's a link right above this. Actually, I put it in, and you can just message me directly through my page, and we can set up a quick strategy call where for free, won't cost you anything. We'll brainstorm some offers, some traffic strategies, and some conversion or buying, getting people to turn into buyers strategy for your business for free. After that, if you want to continue working together, that's great. We can talk about it. And if you don't, that's okay too. All right. So if we haven't met, my name is Kyle McMurray, and I'm the founder of Grow Now Marketing, where we help service businesses drive more consistent traffic to their website and then convert that traffic into leads and sales consistently, predictably, using some pretty cool social media advertising. Maybe not the way you think, though. All right? So let's get started. Today, we're going to be talking about exactly that. We're going to be talking about what is the one thing above anything else that actually determines your success as a business owner, in my opinion, but in a few others as well who I trust. So let's talk about that. When clients come to me, a lot of times they'll come because they just simply want more qualified prospects coming to their website. And then when they get there, they want those prospects to turn into buyers. Very simple, right? And they tell me that it's frustrating to them because they have super inconsistent sales and their traffic is very spotty. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. And this makes them feel like left out, basically, and frustrated because they see other people doing it. And then they go out and they listen to this article, they read this article, they listen to this guy, he tells them this, someone else tells them, no, don't do that. You got to do this. And it makes them feel just overwhelmed, basically, and so confused on even where to get started. And a lot of times they just kind of throw their hands up and walk away from it, which is a big mistake because you can't grow your business if you're walking away from something all the time. Right? So, but I get it. I get it. When I was learning all this, when I was testing a lot of different things, I'd hear about this guy's strategy and I'd run and go do that. And then it wouldn't work. And then I'd hear about somebody else's strategy and run and go do that. Or it would get hard and I'd quit halfway through and say, it's got to be somebody easier to follow. And I'd go look at this guy's strategy, try that. And it didn't work. And at the end of the day, I was just left with, as Ryan Deiss says, a bunch of half-built bridges leading nowhere. So I don't want that for you. So let's talk about how we can fix this. Okay. So when people come into this, when they say these things to me, I tell them, listen, yes, there are brand new strategies all the time. There's a lot of different things you can do, but let's just start with one source of qualified traffic. Okay. Let's go back to basics. And remember, if you've been on here before, what our basics are, again, because I don't think you can hear this enough, honestly. The first thing is you've got to have some kind of winning, I hope I'm spelling that right, offer, right? Or offers. Got to have that. You got to have some kind of thing, some kind of bait that you can put out in front of people. The second thing you need to have for sure is qualified traffic or people, visitors, whatever you want to call it. Qualified prospects coming to your site. Because if you have this and you don't have that, then that's like having an amazing neon sign in a basement or in a desert where no one can see it. Okay? And the third thing you have to have is a system that changes those people, right? These people, it turns them into buyers. All right? Into buyers. So you actually need all three. So the thing is that a lot of people, what I find, which is really interesting, is a lot of people understand this and they understand this. A lot of business owners actually get stuck on this right here. This is very tough for them because they think that an offer just means their product or their service. That's it. That's what I have. That's my offer. And there's actually, if you want to look at some winning offers, I'll tell you in a second, there's actually a great source. It's right under your nose, believe it or not. You see it almost every day, especially if you're subscribed to their email. So I'll tell you that in 1 second. But we're going to talk about a couple of different ways to develop winning offers today. So let's talk about real fast about what is an offer, right? So what are we talking about? We said it's not your product, right? An offer, this is worth putting up here, does not equal your product or your service. It's something different. This is how we define an offer. An offer is something interesting, attractive, that you trade for someone's attention, email address, phone number, or money. That's what it is. So let's get this, let's break this down and demystify it a little bit. So I had a great mentor of mine was named Perry Belcher. He's still around. He's an amazing copywriter. And years ago, he was showing us through Amazon all these people that were selling the same razor, a very high-end razor called Merkur. And everyone had to sell within a similar price because a buyer could just look down the Amazon page and go, they're all, who's more expensive? And they were obviously, it was the same razor, so what are you going to do? You're going to buy the cheapest one, right? Well, what was interesting is Perry showed us one guy that had not just the razor, but an entire kit, like the razor holder, the little brush that you use before you shave, some aftershave, a book on shaving tips. It was a complete experience. It would make one hell of a good gift, too, by the way. What was interesting is he kept asking us, what's this razor worth? We all said, well, whatever the cheap one's worth, that's what it's worth. Then he asked us about the guy that had the full shaving experience. And we were silent because we didn't know what it was worth. Because guess what? He didn't have any competition for that. He had an offer. That's an offer, right? So what's another example? Have you ever bought anything from Beachbody? So if you ever bought a program for Beachbody, like P90X or Insanity, they don't just sell you the DVDs, right? They sell you inside that kit is a meal planning kit, some calipers to measure your fat or muscle. And then another guide, and then a sheet that you can hang on your wall and mark off all the workouts that you did. They're trying to give you a complete experience, right? And it also makes it impossible for you to look at that and to look at, Joe Schmo's workouts the same way because you're not comparing apples to apples anymore. You're comparing apples to oranges. That's what an offer is. So we basically talked about these two different types of offers. There's more. But today, let's just stick with the simple ones, all right? We've got the basic was a discount offer. And remember, we talked about that with Groupon. When we're talking about discount, we're not talking about 10%. You're not going to rarely see any kind of 10% discounts on Groupon. They don't work. There's not enough incentive. And I know a lot of people get upset about discounts. They're like, whoa, I'm not discounting my service. You don't need to worry about that. As long as you have a back end, a way to recoup that by having a really good sales process, you don't need to worry about your front end, meaning your huge discount. The second type of offers we talked about were these bundles, right? Where you're bundling experience. You're bundling a bunch of different things so that no one can actually compete with you. So this is a great thing because you can eliminate your competition, right? Because they're all selling the razor. And you can make a lot more money because you don't have to use a discount. So bundles are the most underused types of offers, I think, out there. And it's particularly by local service-based businesses, that is. All right, so that's it. That's really it. And if you, like I said before, if you want a quick way to at least look at a discount type of offer, go to Groupon. Just look in Groupon for people that do what you do and see what kind of things are selling, what kind of things people are claiming, things that show up over and over again. Those are a good key to something you could create for yourself and cut Groupon out of it, which I think is always a good idea. All right? So, and listen, if you're serious about creating really a winning offer for your business, then message me. It's right above here. Let's do a quick strategy call. We'll brainstorm for business. You will come up with some cool winning offers for you. And then if you want to keep working together, that's cool. We can talk about it. And if you don't, that's good too. All right? I just want to thank you for watching today. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. Go ahead and put them in the comments. I can always answer them on rebroadcast as well. All right? So this is Kyle McMurray from Grow Now Marketing. And remember, you're always just one advertising campaign away from the business of your dreams. I'll see you on Wednesday.